Good afternoon, everyone, again. Welcome to Mike Laden Unplugged and Totally Candid on a discussion of the future of trade compliance. When we initiated this webinar with Mike, the idea was that he was thinking of sort of reducing his involvement in the trade compliance community, and we thought it would be great to have him give this totally candid conversation about trade compliance, where it's going, address some of the concerns that people have. And knowing that Mike is an incredible draw, we are really honored to have him speak with us. Before we begin the presentation, I'd like to mention that if you have questions, Mike would be pleased to answer. And if we can't get to all the questions that we have during the presentation, Mike will take the time to respond, as he always does, in his very gentlemanly way, and answer any of your questions that are of interest. Secondly, a little bit about Third Wave. We've been doing these webinars with Mike over the years, and we've also presented other webinars of an educational nature, which is to help the trade community understand issues that directly affect their activities, their opportunities to improve themselves. And it is something that we feel is of importance to us as a participant in the community, and hopefully to those people who attend our webinars. Third Wave is a global trade platform which manages the trade compliance component as well as the global supply chain. And in the format of Third Wave, the idea is to simplify and streamline the activities of those involved in global trade, and particularly automating global trade compliance and customs. So without further ado, I want to just introduce Mike. And Mike, if you can just move to the next screen. In terms of Mike's, yep, here, I think you're gone back one more. In terms of Mike's bio, I'm not going to read the bio to you. You can do that for yourselves. But for all of you who know Mike or have been involved in trade compliance, Mike is really one of those very exceptional people who is extremely knowledgeable, has deep understanding and practice in trade compliance, has been very influential in the development of customs and customs policies over the years, and particularly since 9/11, is a consultant and an individual who gives generously of his time to anybody in the trade community. And as I've got to know Mike over the years, certainly the fact that he's a gentleman and always available for questions and responses to anybody who is willing to talk about trade compliance. He's an exceptional individual. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Mike. And Mike, the floor is yours, and we look forward to having this very interesting, candid conversation.
All right, thanks, Ned, for that glowing introduction. And also delicately stepping around my retirement, or my impending retirement. And I want to slow down a little bit. I'm been in this, toiling in this industry for now, that said 35 years. It's a little bit longer, more like 42 or 43 years now. And there are some things I want to do here in my community and with family and so forth. So I am slowing down a little bit, and look forward to sitting in the background and watching most of my colleagues maneuver and struggle through the high seas of trade compliance, one of my favorite topics.